out. Ooh, beautiful evening. And look at this thing. Yeah. Nothing like new shoes, nothing like new tires, nothing like new treads. What is up, YouTube adventure family? This evening, it's gorgeous out, as you can see, and the temperatures are perfect for an evening ride. I'm gonna run a couple quick errands, post office, grocery store. I'm gonna grab some snacks for me and the puppy dog. But today, we're not only gonna talk about some of the upgrades that I've done on my GOAT Power Bikes Power Goat V2, we're gonna talk about the new tires that I've put on this puppy. I'm gonna explain a lot of reasons why I picked these tires. These are absolutely some of the most awesome tires I've ever used. These are the V Speedsters. Everyone's heard of the V Huntsmans. These are the Speedsters. These are like the sticky, tacky versions of the Huntsmans. So they're not as thick, they're not as off-roadish, they don't have as much tread, but for what I use this bike for, they are the perfect tire. I've had them on a couple more e-bikes that I've used, and I've got another set that I've thrown on the GOAT Power Bikes Power Goat V2. We're gonna take the V Speedsters out for a cruise this evening. It's gorgeous out, and we're gonna talk about why I like them and why I picked them. Let's hop on and let's go. What is up, guys? What a beautiful evening. The sun is setting here in the high Rockies. I'm gonna run to the store and the post office to grab my mail. But I figured, what a freaking amazing opportunity this would be to talk about really just some of the coolest freaking tires there are. God, I love this camera. It's still my favorite camera. I've got brand new cameras that are $500, and I still try to use my DJI Action 2 so often, just because it's small and magnetic and just freaking awesome. And I just wish they would make an updated version of it, to be honest with you, because I'm not getting rid of it. And if I lost it or this one broke, I'd probably go on to eBay or whatever, Amazon, and try to find one that's still available. Anyways, let's talk about these tires. So, I've had some really cool tires, and I've had some really bad tires. I've had a lot of e-bikes, so I've had the opportunity to get what the factory sends you, and sometimes that's okay, and sometimes it's really bad, and sometimes it's really good. But I've changed a lot of these e-bike tires. And I've used a lot of different brands of e-bike tires that range in the prices of $35 a tire to $100 a tire, or $130 a tire actually. So I've gotten some really expensive tires that I've been able to use, and some cheap ones too. And I've gotten some pretty decent tires, to be honest with you, that some of the cheap ones were actually a little bit better, probably necessarily for what I use it for, based on traction, really. And we don't have a lot of problems where I ride, far as glass and nails and things like that. And I've had a couple flats, but honestly, it was because some of the wires in the radial tire that I had poked through and punctured my inner tube. So I haven't had an actual flat yet. So having like ridden thousands and thousands of miles on these e-bikes, I haven't had a flat tire, primarily because of where I ride and where I live. So where I live, we they clean our streets quite a bit here. So the streets stay really clean and there's not a lot of debris. And I ride the bike path a heck of a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of my riding is actually below 25 miles an hour. A lot of it. Hell, a lot of it's actually below 20, like on the bike path. I definitely keep it below 20 for the most part. Unless it's wide open on a certain area, I may be a little goofy. Don't do as I do as I say, and don't do that. But these tires, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I went with like these V Speedsters. Now, I've had the V Huntsmans on my Rave GTX, and honestly, it's the best tire that's ever came with an e-bike that I've ever had. That tire was honestly just really awesome, especially for that bike. And I'm a huge fan of these V tires, and these Speedsters that I've got on here right now, I'm going to tell you why I use them. And I'm not saying that you should use them, I'm telling you why I use them. The reason I use them is because the smoothness of the ride is insane. The grip, this tackiness of these Speedsters is just insane. And honestly, for a sticky tacky tire, they're super durable. I mean, just super durable. But the smoothness and just that grip of that ride that these tires give you, and I've had these on my Rip Racer, as a lot of you remember, and they quickly became my favorite tire. Go around this guy here. He's been working on this thing for like 2 years, it seems like. Anyways. Freaking gorgeous out. I'm gonna go further up here. But these tires, I mean, the grippiness, the tackiness, the smoothness, I feel like just super confident on these. And I've said that about the Huntsmans, the V Huntsmans, just the confidence. And it just inspires you really to ride a damn e-bike just for the tires on the Huntsmans. I'm not joking. That's really how good those Huntsman tires were. But again, why I went with these Speedsters, it's just because this bike goes really fast and I don't take this bike off-road. I just don't. But yeah, check it out. Look at these things. They're just awesome. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of the VeeTire company. These V Speedsters are just gorgeous looking for one. See, I got the little Insta there. You like that, huh? They're just gorgeous looking tires for one. But the grip and the handling is huge. And the reason it's huge to me is because if you know me, I'm a sports bike guy. I'm a crotch rocket guy. And I ride dirt bikes too, but my first love is by far crotch rockets. You know, I've had the GSXR 750s, the X9, multiple Ninjas go on and down the line with, especially with the 600s and the 750s. And these tires bring back a lot of memories of the way that they handle just that tackiness and that grippiness. And I know there's a lot of tires out there that have that motorcycle look to them. You know, they're all like slick and just the wavy lines and look like that. And I think Shinoka or whatever tire company has about the only tire that I would consider getting in that lineup. But these tires right here, they really handle like a true motorcycle tire. The tackiness, the stickiness. So you notice I've removed some fenders, I've made some changes, you know, I've done some things, some handlebars. It's a single speed now. You know, I've really trimmed down this bike on purpose because I don't want it all bulky. That's just my style. Now, to each their own. That's why Baskin-Robbins has so many flavors of ice cream. Otherwise, they'd have 3 flavors of ice cream. But they got 31 or 32 or something. Anyways, you get the idea. These tires just suit me for the way I ride and where I ride. I've got liners in these puppies. It keeps them puncture resistant. Not puncture proof. Nothing is really puncture proof. But it keeps them puncture resistant. You know, they're 20 PSI on these tires. And you notice on this bike, originally from the factory, it comes with a 4.5-inch wide tire. But these tires are 4-inch wide. And that narrowness and both of them being the same width, the bike handles incredible. It's super nimble, and around turns, just having that same leverage and that same tire width is super ideal unless you're going 100 miles an hour. So saying that, going with the 4-inch on the back, 4-inch on the front, just slimming it down, taking off a lot of the bulk. I've taken off turn signals, I've taken off fenders. I mean, I've just, you know, the gears, I've gotten, you know, different handlebars. Obviously, these handlebars are like super expensive. A different stem, carbon fiber cap there, different pedals. You know, I've trimmed down the backside some. I mean, that's my style, my look, you know, and these tires are my feel and the way that I ride. So that's why I went with these tires. I'll leave a link below for these tires. They are my favorite, and maybe you'll dig them too. If you need something more aggressive, I suggest the Huntsmans. I've had both these tires, and I've had other tires, and you know, I've had Innova, I've had the CSTs, I've had the Quay Long. I've had so many different tires, and these are by far zero problem, zero issue, super durable. And they handle great, and they remind me of kind of like the tacky ones that Zeus makes for them. And you know, my bike now kind of looks like a mix between a Super 73 and a Zeus, and then you fed it a bunch of steroids, like you gave it a bunch of D-ball, because it's powerful than both those bikes put together. But the looks of it, it definitely has that Super 73 look, and then with these tires, I feel like I got that Zuzi grip, and narrowing it down too in this long seat. I really feel like it's a mix of those two bikes, which is my style and the kind of thing that I'm going with. Anyways, I'll leave links below again with these tires, the handlebars, the stem, all that good jazz, the pedals. I'll leave links to all that, but more than anything, please hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love doing this. I got so many videos coming up. I've got the electrified expedition thing going on in Denver this Saturday that I'll be going and meeting up with a lot of the manufacturers and Andrew and the gang from Freshly Charged. Should be super cool to see those guys and meet some new people and some people I've talked to I just haven't met in person yet. But the Goat Power Bikes, Power Goat V2, I'm customizing. I still got a lot of other things to do. We'll talk about that later. That's on another one. But right now, the tires. The V Speedsters, the V Tire Company. Get them. These things are awesome. If you want more aggressive, get the Huntsman. I'm telling you, these tires are the best, and I'm really enjoying the hell out of them. Anyways, until our next adventure, this is Chris with the Colorado Adventure Channel. Peace.